Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 and the conclusion of this replay. Mutalisk now coming in, able to take down this refinery, so the gas not able to take down that refinery yet, but those SCVs taking a lot of damage as that little bit of a chain attack, losing 2 of those SCVs already, gonna lose a 3rd one in just a moment. Down it goes, and then still we now also have a couple of Zerglings trying to push in on this main ramp, trying to take down these supply depots. Don't know why they're not really like moving beyond this. And down goes 2 of those supply depots, now going after those barracks. So Insomnia taking a lot of damage. Now missile turret now finally up, trying to pull back away. Those Mutalisks really should be pulled away. One of those Mutalisks getting taken down, but those Zerglings now being able to run in, perhaps get a surround off on some of those units, and perhaps trying to take down the rest of this army. But still, a couple of Hellions able to get back in time. We now in fact have a Horror setting up a hatchery over here at this high yield mineral location. More Hydralisks now moving out. So Hydralisks moving out as well. No creep tumors though. Too bad. Those creep tumors would be very, very influential in being able to have those Hydralisks move out and deployed very, very quickly. Siege tanks now in position to blast away at those Hydralisks. Down they go. Those Hellions very, very strong against those Hydralisks, and Horror gonna lose a large number of Hydralisks so easily. And the SCV is now trying to repair that single Thor. Perhaps these Hydralisks are going to try to come up on this far side and trying to take down that single Thor. Thor taking a fair amount of damage, but being repaired by a lot of SCVs. And then the Thor down to 66, 22 damage. Down it goes. More Hellions coming in from that north side. But those Hellions going to get focused down as the range of the Hydralisk may be a little bit too much. Do they have the upgraded range? They do in fact have that upgraded range. Those Hellions have a little bit of a lesser range, but in fact deal a little bit of splash damage. So who's going to win? Hydralisk versus Hellion. Hellion now down to 18 damage, trying to run back away. Tech Lab now getting focused down. A couple of Hellions in position, and then they're able to triple torch that last Hydralisk. In comes some Zerglings. Those Zerglings are just going to be running headlong into some flamethrowers of those Hellions, not even going for those SCVs on that low ramp, which is probably the better position for that. Gonna get torched right there. SCVs now, or Zerglings now trying to just surround and take down those Hellions. And wow, those Hellions are gonna be able to at least, one of them will be able to survive. Really, Horror should have been trying to take down these SCVs down over here. If he did in fact take down those SCVs, it would have really hurt his economy and actually able to do a fair amount of damage, as more of the mining's happening from here as opposed to here at this stage in the game. Barracks now being produced on that backside. More units trying to be built up. A large number of Hellions. Those Hellions getting torched back. Where are the Roaches? Roaches are really what's needed at this stage in the game to try to counteract so many Hellions. No Roach Den? The Roach Den is here, but no movement upgrade either. So at this stage, I don't think that he's going to even try to go for Roaches. Taking a look at the armor upgrade, there is in fact 1 armor on those Hydralisks, but it doesn't really matter when you're fighting against the 24 damage of Hellions. Hellions coming in, toasting those Hydralisks. More Hydralisks trying to come in, trying to fight back even further. And still those Hellions now running away to fight another day. A group of 6 Hellions against a group of 4 Hydralisks. Coming back over here, high yield mineral. Taking a look at the mining count. Horror mining at almost double the capacity as Insomnia. Also, only mining from 2 locations. The main mineral patch is nearly mined out for Horror, and still not producing Roaches. Also getting the level 2 armor upgrades for those Zerglings and those Hydralisks. Hydralisks now fighting back against those Roaches over here. A fair number of Roaches or Hydralisks now trying to fight back. Why are those SCVs coming at them, trying to focus down those Hellions? Hellions getting taking down all of those Hydralisks very well. So those Insomnia's SCV is doing a fair job, and now repairing the rest of those units over here. They are on auto repair, so these Hellions just getting repaired back up, trying to fight another day. In comes some Zerglings. Zerglings just getting the toast of the town, as all those Hellions able to destroy them all without losing a single Hellion or a single SCV. So very nicely done. Wow. That's very, very nicely played by Insomnia right there, using those SCVs to try to repair the rest of these Hellions. Hellions pretty much back up to full hit points. Mutalisk now in the air in order to try to push back against this attack. We'll see if it's going to be successful to try to deal damage towards these attack. Hellions now desperately moving away, trying to get into the cover of some of those turrets. Turrets now being focused, or turrets now dealing some damage towards that Mutalisk. Mutalisk trying to push back away once again. And now Mutalisk going after those factories instead. One factory trying to produce that single Thor. SCVs may try to come off the line in order to repair that. Hellions now coming into that main base, but running into a group of Hydralisks. Mutalisk may be able to focus down 1 or 2 of those units, as those Mutalisks able to take down the Tech Lab. So the Tech Lab has been taken, or taken down on that factory, but that Hellion still able to, or that Thor is still being produced. The factory down to 640, 600 hit points. SCV is going to try to come over and try to repair, and we'll see if those SCVs are going to just be sacrificing their lives for nothing, or how close that Thor will be done to being produced. SCV is taking that chain damage, but still repairing that Thor, or that one particular factory down to 800 hit points, but losing some more of those SCVs, now trying to run back away, trying to go after some of those SCVs. SCVs getting taken down, but that Thor will be out in just a second. That Thor down to 600 hit points, and out pops that Thor right now, and able to shoot back, and just 2 rounds, able to shoot down one of those Mutalisks, another group of missiles, almost taking down another Mutalisk as those Mutalisks once again try to back off. Taking a look over here, now trying to go after some of these additional factories. An additional Thor now being produced. The Thor walking very slowly, trying to catch up to those Mutalisks, able to use that long range, able to shoot down another one of those Mutalisks. Mutalisk getting taken down, another one down it goes. And this is not looking good for Horror. Horror now once again trying to re-engage on this front door. Hellions and Thors is the constant battles. Finally, we have Roaches. Roaches being produced, but maybe too little too late, as he already has counters with Siege Tanks and Thors. Hellions now moving off to that north side, and now pushing in, going to activate the Zelnaga Watchtower. See that there is in fact high yield mineral location over here, and these poor drones are going to be the toast of the town as they are burnt to a crisp. Down they go. Horror losing a horrendous amount of drones in this fight. Now down to 38 drones, and no longer mining at the double capacity of Insomnia. In fact, Roach is now trying to push in on this main base, trying to end the game this way. And now Roach is able to focus down those Thors. Thor is now taking down to 38 damage. SCV is trying to come in, but those SCVs not a good counter against those Roaches, as the rest of these units are trying to attack. Command Center now down to 600 some odd hit points, gonna get taken down, gonna start being burnt in a moment, as those Hellions are really unable to get anywhere. And Omnisan says GG. Horror says GG as well, as even though, sorry, let me recap this a little bit better. Omnisan able to produce the proper counter units, but not knowing about this high yield mineral, being outmined essentially 2-to-1 for a good portion of the game. Horror sitting on a very large number of minerals as well, not really able to keep up with his macro either. Also trying to grab an additional high yield mineral over here. Taking a look at Omnisan. Omnisan army was sitting at 48 over 83 compared to 87 over 134, so Horror definitely having the advantage throughout the game. Thank you for watching these 3 games in this best of 3 matchup between Insomnia and Horror here from the ESL. I'm not sure when these particular games were played, where in the rounds, but this was some fairly interesting games with some unstandard Terran versus Zerg matchup. I did not see any Marine Marauder medevac from the Terran player. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening.